Everyone's family has a different story, whether they are natives of their country or immigrants. My family story begins with my grandmother immigrating by herself from Trinidad. My grandmother decided to leave her family as a young girl and moved to Canada by herself. She made a life for herself in Quebec, where she met her husband, my grandfather. My grandfather was one of the most caring men I've ever met in my life. They had 3 kids, all boys, one of which is now my father. Their family moved to Toronto when my dad was just a little boy. On my mom's side of the family, her parents were born and raised in Canada. They met in the Toronto area and also had 3 kids. I have many memories of spending the holidays with my grandparents as a child. My dad's family comes from a Portuguese and Irish descent, and my mom's family comes from an Irish descent along with many others. However, we do not typically follow any traditions or customs of these cultures. Little background on my parents. My parents met on a blind date and were together for 5 years before they decided to get married. My mom is a dental hygienist and my father is an electrician. Family culture has always been very important to us. My siblings and I are all very close, and we also grew up having a very strong relationship with our cousins, aunts, uncles, and many other family friends. My brother, sister, and I are all very athletic kids. I am a swimmer, my brother does trampoline, and my sister is a gymnast. Our parents raised us to be very grateful of what we have. They have always worked very hard in order for us to be able to do what we love. I've been lucky enough to come to the US and swim for a Division I school on athletic scholarship. I do not believe that I could have gotten here without my parents. My brother is about to start college in the fall. He is staying close to home and continuing to train at his trampoline club and study photography. Without my parents' support, he would have never found his love for photography. My sister is entering her junior year in high school and without a doubt has faced many struggles through gymnastics, as it is a very mentally and physically challenging sport. My parents have always been there for her no matter what, and she is now doing better than ever. My family was raised Catholic. My siblings and I all attended a Catholic high school and attended church as children. My father was raised Catholic, however my mom is agnostic. That being said, our faith was mostly left up to us to decide. My parents never pushed any form of faith onto us and were always very supportive of what we decided to believe. Growing up in Canada, it is very multicultural, and I've always been exposed to many different cultures, religions, and beliefs. I believe that this has allowed me to be very welcoming of all cultures and ethnicities. I believe that being exposed to these customs as a young child and continuing to grow up with them, I will be able to demonstrate a very welcoming environment to all families throughout my career. I think that this has given me the opportunity to connect with more families, as I have learned about many different cultures throughout not only school but from my friends. A few holidays and traditions that my family celebrates includes Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and our birthdays. As mentioned earlier, my mom's family was never raised Catholic, therefore the holidays that we celebrate are more of a family gathering. We use these holidays as a time to bring everyone together and celebrate our love for one another. Although my family does not have a religious connection to these holidays, I grew up learning about the customs behind these holidays along with many others. I believe that having the knowledge of not only my own family's beliefs but others as well will give me the opportunity to be more open-minded and understanding of families in the future. I hope that this allows for me to be able to connect with not only children throughout my career but also their families.